Hey guys, so today I'm gonna do my Tome Topple TBR video, which, if you guys didn't know, Tome Topple is taking place from November 18th at midnight, whatever your time zone is, till 11:59 on December 1st. And it's a readathon all about reading big books, so 500 or more pages, and it's run by Sam from Thoughts on Tomes. But anyway, so getting into my TBR. Now, I had like 15 books that I was wanting to read, and I've been waiting and waiting to get the challenges to like try to narrow it down, but it's still pretty bad. And honestly, there's another book that's still on my shelf that I might add to this because like I want to read it, and I don't know if I'm going to get to all these because they're all 500 pages or more, and you only have 2 weeks, so I don't know. And I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sitting on the bed with me right now that I'm about to talk about, so that's fun. Read more than one tome is the first challenge, which I got 9 picked out, and I'm pretty sure I'll read more than one, so we're good there. The second one is read a graphic novel. I'm not doing that, even though they said like if it's like a manga and it's like a bind up, like that's okay for like the graphic novel and the mangas as long as they're 500 pages or more. But like for other books, like it doesn't, bind ups don't count basically. But I don't want to read a graphic novel for this readathon because I want to read my big books. So, and I don't own any graphic novels that are like that big. I don't at all. Like probably the only one I have that would probably work is like Chobits Volume 2, but I've already read it. I don't really have a desire to reread it, so yeah, and that's the only one I have, so I'm not going to do that one. Read a tome that's part of a series. Now, a lot of these tomes are part of a series, so yeah, we're just going to kind of start, and I'll just tell you the challenges that they kind of go for. So one of these is The Wish Song of Shannara. This is like the third book in the Shannara trilogy chronicles thing. I don't know. There's so many books set in this world by Terry Brooks, and it's hard to keep them all straight. So yeah, but this is like the one that the MTV show is based off of, and me and my boyfriend watch it. So I read the first book already, which is the Elfstones of Shannara, which is what the TV show is actually based on, but I think this might come into play as well. I'm not really sure. So I've been wanting to read this because I really enjoyed the Elfstones of Shannara, so I'm ready to like read this. So this counts as part of the series, and this is also an adult fantasy, so it works for that. Or an adult book. I mean, it doesn't have to be fantasy, but an adult book, but it's fantasy. So it also counts for that. Ah! Oh my god, that was so scary. Oh my god, are you okay? You didn't see it, but like the way it landed like bent the book, and I was like, please don't do that. I'm trying to fix it. It's okay. This is like such a floppy paperback. It's so great. Let's see. This also counts for read a book in a series. I think that's the only one it counts for, besides read more than one. So this one, I need to tell you what how many pages the other one was, because that's kind of what I want to do. I want to tell you how many pages these are. Wow, it's still going. 754 pages. That's how big this one is. But this is Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer, and you're like, what? And I haven't finished the Twilight Saga. I've never read this book. I've read the other 3, but I've never read Breaking Dawn, so I want to get to it. I don't know if I will during this readathon, but it's on there in case, you know, because this is going to be like, even though it's humongous, this is not going to take forever to read because of Stephanie Meyer's writing style and how quick these books are. Like, they don't take a lot to, like, read. They don't take a lot out of you to read, so this shouldn't take much So I might read this, I might not. It's just gonna kind of be on there in case I need something a little bit lighter. So even though it's like probably one of the biggest books I have on here, it's still, yeah. So there's that. And let's see. Go ahead and grab this. I'm just kind of grabbing whatever books are nearest to me. Oh, right, I forgot. I was gonna tell you the page number. This one is 554. So, oh, and that one was 754. Hey, that's kind of funny. The next one is The Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. Now, I really want to read this because I read The Heart of Betrayal in October, and I want to finish this trilogy out, The Remnant Chronicles, and I'm just so ready for it, and it's so pretty, and I'm so excited. So, yeah, and this one is 679 pages, and it's chunky. But yeah, I'm excited for this one. Oh, and oh my god, I just took the Just Jacket off earlier and like actually looked underneath. You probably can't tell, but like right here there's a thing in there. It's so pretty. So pretty. So I'm excited about that. So there's that. And then another one that I really want to read because I've had for a while is Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld. Now, I've actually read like the first like 100 or so pages of this, but I ended up putting it down for whatever reason. I mean, I had got this book like 3 years ago or something, and I read it when I first got it because like Scott Westerfeld, though, like, I love him so much. So much. He's such a good author. I've read his Uglies series, and I've also read the Midnighter series, which nobody ever talks about. Like, the Midnighter series, you guys, is so good. It is so amazing, and I just, no one ever talks about it. It makes me so sad. I also own his Leviathan trilogy thing, but I haven't actually read that yet. I want to. I just haven't read it yet, but Scott Westerfeld, man, like, my heart. I love him. He's great. Anyway, let's get back to the book we're actually talking about. Afterworlds. This is about a girl who's, like, I think she's, like, 17, and she's getting her first book published, and she gets to go live in New York, like, on her own in this really nice apartment and all this great stuff, and it's just amazing. And part of the story is her story, like, her and her book and getting published and everything, and then the black parts are her actual novel, so you actually get to read her novel too, which is amazing. And I really enjoyed what I did read back then. I don't know why I ever put it down, but I did. And this one is 599 pages, which is kind of annoying. Scott Westerfeld, you really couldn't have made it 600. You guys know I have a thing about numbers that really bothers me, but whatever. Yeah, I'm really excited to read this one, and I really want to read this one for this readathon because I think it's just going to be so good, and it's going to give me so much inspiration to write and everything. Like, that's the thing, like, about books like this and, like, Fangirl, like, they just give you so much inspiration to, like, write, and it just makes my heart so happy. So I'm so ready to read this and get into it and everything. So, yeah. Okay. Next one I have is The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Now everybody talks about this book. They say it's really good and they really enjoy it, and I've wanted to read it for a while now, and I've owned it for a while. I guess haven't had a chance to pick it up, but oh my god, this guy's name is Lorcan. I'm sorry, I was like flipping through it and I saw a name and it was Lorcan, and I'm just literally thinking about Empire of Storms right now, and I'm like, okay, anyway, we're going to get out of the Sarah J. Maas headspace, and I'm going to tell you how many page numbers are in this. And I always like to look at the page numbers, like, in the actual book, because Goodreads sometimes, like, has the wrong page number, which is really frustrating. I guess I'll count the epilogue. It is 662 pages is what this one is, and like, this looks really good. I just love epic fantasy. Like, epic high fantasy is just like, it is everything to me. I just love it. I just want all of it to come to me and to just read all of it, and it's just so good. So good. So, hopefully I'm going to get to that. The next book I want to talk about, now this is like this one, Afterworlds, and I think Beauty of Darkness, and one that I'll talk about here in a minute are like my absolutely have to read these during this readathon. The other ones are kind of just like, I picked them because, like, if I have time, I would like to read them. You know, if I finish these other ones, I would like to get to them if possible, but if not, it's okay, I will get to them eventually. But, yeah, so this next one is Outlander by Diana Gabaldon. Now, guys didn't know, Sasha is one of my favorite booktubers. She's amazing. She was like one of the very first ones I found. Like when I started watching booktube, she was like third or fourth person I ever found, and I just remember just like being like, oh my god, she's really cool. Like, I don't know, I really enjoy all her videos, and I really love her Snapchat. Like, if you're not following her on Snapchat, you totally should, because it's great. It's a good time. But yeah, so God, I think it has an excerpt of the next book in it, so this is not, yep, it does. That's kind of annoying when I'm trying to find out the page number, man. Okay. Wait. There we go. There's really thin pages, and they, like, stick together. That's annoying. But this is 627 pages. Anyway, but this is, like, Sasha's, like, all-time favorite book. She loves this, like, so much, and she always makes it sound really good when she, like, talks about it and stuff, and so I ended up buying it, like, a while back on Amazon with, like, some Amazon credit I had, and I just haven't read it yet, but I really need to, because I really want to, like, I really want to know what all the crazy hype about this book is about, because so many people love it. Also, one of my other favorite booktubers, April, from April Maximus, she has been, like, Outlander trash lately, and just, like, talking about it all the time, and I'm just like, I want to know why this is so good. I just want to know things. So I'm definitely gonna try to read this during this readathon. So we'll see how that goes. This might be, like, the first one I actually try to tackle, because I'm just, like, too excited to keep waiting, and I also want to try to watch the TV show, but I need to read the book first, so definitely going to do that. And then if I really like this, I'll end up trying to get the other books. Maybe I might have to read them on the digital library or from my library for now, and I might buy them later if I, like, really love them, but we'll see, because I'm broke right now. But anyway, but yeah, I'm excited to read this. So now the last book that I, like, absolutely have to read during this readathon is Run by John Gwynne. This is the third book in the Faithful and the Fallen series. Oh, by the way, Outlander counted for the adult book too. Sorry. And series one. And this one counts for series and adult as well. And you guys, I love this series so much. And the fourth one comes out in December, which is why this is, like, perfect that this has to happen, like, during this readathon, because in December I'm getting the fourth one, and I've already, like, pre-ordered it, like, forever ago, and I'm so ready for it, so I need to have this one read so that I'll be ready when the fourth one gets here. And, like, these are so good. This one is massive. Like, the first one was, like, 500 something pages, and then the second one was, like, 6 something, and I'm pretty sure this one is, like, 7 something. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. Oh, and also, by the way, I am friends with John Gwynne on Goodreads. Yeah. It's really cool. This is 746 pages, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is just, it's so good. It's an epic high fantasy, and it's kind of got the chosen one trope a little bit, but it's really good. And there's, like, there's, like, this I can't even explain it, you guys. It's just so good. Oh my god, I love it so much. And And, like, it's compared a lot to Game of Thrones. Like, on the back, it has a series that promises the same degree of complexity and depth found in Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time books and George R.R. Martin's Song of Ice and Fire series. And this one says, influenced by Gimmel's Frigate and George R.R. Martin's Game of Thrones, hell of a debut. Sorry, for some reason I could not say that. Oh, and I feel like that. It's kind of Middle-earth-ish. It's kind of got that feel to it, but it's really good. Like, it's totally its own thing, for sure, but it's just so good. And the characters, let me tell you about the characters, because the characters are amazing. I love them so much. Like, Dan is amazing, and Vertus is amazing, and Seawin is amazing. Oh my god, I love these characters. Like, I love them so much, and they all have, like, their own perspective chapters, and there's so many points of view, and it's so great, and I love it so much. And it's in third person, like, bless. So, the series is so good, and the covers are gorgeous. Like, the other two covers look just like that. Like, there's Malice, and it's got a sword, and Valor's got an axe, and this one's got a spear, and it's just, it's amazing. So happy. Then, one of my, some of my maybe books is The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. I read The Final Empire, like, June, July, somewhere around in there is when I read it. I want to say it was, like, maybe May or June, because I think it was before I got my new car, so I think it was somewhere around in there. But The Final Empire was so freaking good. Like, I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. So I'm really excited to continue on. And this one is 763 pages. And I'm just really excited. I really want to know, because, like, the ending of the first one was like, oh my god, and it was so sad, but it was like such a cliffhanger and stuff, and so I'm, like, ready to see how the characters are gonna deal with everything in this book and see what happens and what they're gonna do, and just, it's gonna be really, really, really good, and I'm so ready for it, so ready. And this series has, like, one of the most unique magic systems I have ever read about, and it's great, and it's explained really well, and it's amazing, and Brandon Sanderson is amazing, and I just can't wait to read it. So, yes. And then the last one, of course, is gonna be A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I've been wanting to read this for a while now. Like, my dad, like, this is his Harry Potter. Like, he loves this series, like, so much. Like, he's read all of the books. I bought him a Game of Thrones lamp for Christmas one year, and then last Christmas I bought him, like, the new George R.R. Martin book that came out. It was, like, the prequel to this or whatever. I bought him that. And he loves the show, too. But he's read all the books first, and I don't know, he really likes it, and I really want to read it so that I can talk to my dad about it, and we can have another thing in common, because that'd be cool, and because my dad's, like, one of my best friends, so that'd be fun. But yeah, I'm just really interested, because people love this series. Like, they love the books, they love the show, they love, I almost said movies, but no, it's a TV show. They love the show. They love, like, all of the things. And I've actually met George R.R. Martin, because when I went to go meet Felicia Day to get my book signed by her, it was at his theater, and he was there, like, moderating the thing. And I got to meet him and talk to him, and that was great. So I feel bad, because I haven't even read his books. And I haven't seen the show, either, because I refuse to do that unless I won't. Like, I'll watch a show if I've read some of the books, but if I haven't read any of them, I usually don't. Like, for the Pretty Little Liars series, I've read through the first 6, and I didn't continue on because they just got too, couldn't do it. But I still watched the show. But I would probably read the first one and then watch season 1, which my boyfriend is dying for me to do because he really wants to rewatch the show and get caught up. And I'm like, well, I need to read the books first. And he's like, well, you need to hurry up. And I was like, well, as soon as I finish the first one, we can watch season 1. So I need to get to this, but it's not high on my priority list for this, really, because I really want to read Ruin, I really want to read Outlander, I really want to read Afterworlds, and I really want to read The Beauty of Darkness. The other ones are just kind of like going to be there in case I need more. And the other one I was talking about that's still on my shelf is Replica by Lauren Oliver, who is one of my favorite authors. Love her Delirium series. And she just recently came out with Replica, and it's like really unique. You can read the story like 3 different ways. It's really cool. But it's more than 500 pages. And so that might happen too. I'm not sure. But I had like so many books on this TBR. Like I had the Night Circus. I had the Diviners. I was going to just show you all of the tomes, basically, that I own and be like, I'm going to read them all in 2 weeks. Yep, it's going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. So I was ready for the challenges to come out so I could pare it down a little bit. So hopefully I will get to these 9. Hopefully. We're going to cross our fingers on this. That I do. But I'm in the middle of a readathon right now. I'm in the middle of the rereadathon, which is hosted by Fred Weasley Died Laughing, and I'm rereading Carry On at the moment. I just finished rereading Fangirl, and I'm also rereading Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. So that's happening, but I really need to, finish those so that I can read my digital library books before Tome Topple starts. I'm really stressed because I have so many books, and this is why you shouldn't do 2 readathons in the month, you guys. But I really wanted to do it because I love rereading books. And it was my excuse to reread Fangirl and Carry On because I've been waiting to do that. And then I just haven't finished rereading the Harry Potter series because I've been doing that this year. And then I was like, perfect time to pick this up. And then I have 2 other books I was thinking about rereading, but I might just not do those and finish the 2 that I'm doing right now. And then just go ahead and jump into my digital library books, because I really need to get to those. So yeah, okay, this has been a too long video, I'm really sorry. But that's my TBR for Tome Topple, the second round. I didn't take part in the first round, I wish I had, because it would have been great. But I think that was the week when I was having a ton of hours at work, and I wasn't used to that. And I think Mary was on vacation. I don't know. There was a lot of stuff going on that week, and I just couldn't do it. But this week, or not this week, but the week of this Tome Topple, I think it'll be fine because we have another fuel lead, and they're pretty good about doing the schedule, so it should be fine, and it'll all work out. So, ready for it. Okay, I'm gonna go and stop blubbering to you guys about random stuff, so see you later.